Hey guys, welcome to my GM's Corner. It's my first non-introductory video, and today I'm just going to cover where I think a brand new person to game mastering should start. And that would be with a pre-made world, with a pre-made module. I'm going to try to keep this video fairly short. Most of these videos will be fairly short. I figure when I get into some very specific details that might take longer, but hopefully we'll keep this under 3 to 5 minutes. So basically today I'm going to start with the very first thing a GM should learn, at least in my opinion, and that is how to deliver the story to the players. I believe that's the primary skill as a GM we need. That's our focus, to provide a good time for the players to tell a good story. And in the end, you can tell a good story with anything. The easiest way to start out with this is to start with a pre-made world and a pre-made module. And I realize some people kind of balk at this. I usually explain that if you don't have a lot of experience GMing, and when I mean a lot, I mean quite a bit of experience, that you probably don't want to focus on anything but delivering the game to your player. By having a pre-made world, say Shadowrun, or Dungeons and Dragons, or Pathfinder, or World of Darkness, by having that, the player will have an expectation come into the game. You'll have an expectation come into the game, and you don't have to play kind of a catch-up with the differences between the expectations. If the world's pre-set up, everybody knows what to expect, and you can focus on delivering the game, on basically telling the story. That's going to be your biggest goal in the whole GMing. Now, a pre-made module I always recommend because usually they're pretty balanced if they've gone through the official process. They usually represent the world fairly well, and it lets you, once again, not focus on any sort of creation in the background. And I realize this goes against some of the creativity that some people have, but you got to learn the skills before the creativity comes into effect. You could create the best world ever created, but if people don't understand how you're delivering it, if you don't know how to meet people's expectations, if you haven't gotten the interpersonal skills necessary, no matter how good it is, it's not going to go over well. So by a pre-made module, you're ready. You just prepare yourself by reading the pre-made module, and remember that players never follow it exactly. So you're going to have to be flexible. I'll cover that in a separate video like this. So pre-made module, pre-made world, focus on the players. It's going to be the best way for you to do this. It's just what I recommend you do. Trust me, when you get more experience, you'll be able to create a world on your own, be able to throw it out, you'll be able to work on the fly. But to be honest, nowadays, I a lot of times will take a pre-made module, rip it apart to fit what I want, but the base is there, the skeleton is there. I don't have to spend time recreating a skeleton, I just dress it up the way I want. So that's my first advice for a game master. If you haven't got a lot of experience, or if maybe you've, like even nowadays, if I've been out doing a lot of unique games, a lot of different game world creating, and I'm going to be going back to doing a basic from the book Shadowrun, just to kind of get my creative juices flowing, to kind of give me a break and just focus on the players. That's your goal as a GM. So what did we learn today? Brand new GM should, 1, start with a pre-made world, 2, start with a pre-made module if possible. 3, get familiar with the module, get familiar with the background, but don't lose yourself in it. And 4, and the most important part, concentrate on your players. To concentrate on delivering the story to your players. That's your primary goal. That's where you want to focus. Your games should be focused on that to begin with. Use pre-made stuff. A lot of people put a lot of work into it, and you can just use it and put it in it. When you get better at it, when you get more comfortable, get creative and do your own stories, do your own worlds, do your own game systems. But start with the basics. I can't underline that enough. Well, have a good day. Thank you.